Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've decided that I'm probably just gonna upload once a week. Work is kicking my butt lately. So yeah, in this video I'm just gonna kind of chill and read to you in rehab. If you haven't seen that video, I can link it. That I went to rehab and had psychosis and all that. I started a dream journal, dream log. And my goal, because I was so bored there, was to eventually, graduate to lucid dreaming. And have I gotten there yet? No. But along the way, I have indeed had some juicy dreams. I'm talking some state-of-the-art dreams that I'm gonna share with you today. And I think this is gonna be kind of maybe just like once a month share dreams with y'all, or if y'all like this, maybe, because some of them are just hilarious. So we'll start this journal I had in rehab. We'll start with the ones I had in rehab, and then we'll kind of go, like, I have journals up the butt, up the ass, if you know what I'm saying. So like, I love journaling, I like poetry and all that, but yeah, this one specifically, it says dream without fear. It's for my dreams, but in rehab I started with this. Anyways, we're getting off the rails right now. The train is careening into nowhere. Anyways, so yeah, let me find a dream. First, I wasn't dreaming at all. After what I've been through, like, I didn't have any dreams. I just remember I closed my eyes and then opened them and the sun was out. It was so weird for like weeks. And then slowly I started having dreams, and then this is the first dream I had since my psychosis. I had a dream where a baby girl that I was babysitting turned out to be creepy. I looked away for a few moments, and when I came back, she threatened me by saying she is the boss of me and not the other way around. I remember being creeped out by that. So I would have dreams about, obviously, people in rehab, because I was having no outside interaction with people. So I'm just gonna say the three musketeers were all in my dream last night. Musketeer 1 seemed pissed that I switched vape since it's against the rules. We're all driving around having fun. I had a panic attack. Never mind. I'm gonna move on because, okay, yeah, in rehab I definitely had a panic attack. That was actually a slight journal entry in a Dear Diary, but that night I almost topped the fence in the middle of winter at night, and just ran off because it was just one of the moments where I just had an uncontrollable panic attack. But anyways, moving on to dreams. Dreamt I was drinking vodka mixed with hand sanitizer and thought I was gonna die. LOL. Y'all know I'm traumatized with hand sanitizer. Like, I know when I was in the hospital and stuff, that was a fever dream, but yeah, sometimes I was having dreams about drinking hand sanitizer still. Like, if I really think about it, I can still taste it. Anyways, we're moving on. And then I did a little journal entry. Pondering life's simple things is so peaceful. Okay, and then dreamt that I was walking upstairs behind B while he was fondling thumbtacks, and he accidentally flicked one into my eye. Yes, I had a dream someone flicked a thumbtack into my eye. I freaked out and said, "Hey, you just freaking flicked a thumbtack into my eye." And he shrugged and was like, "Oh well." That was the dream. Okay, there's a big funny one coming, but I'm just starting off with the short ones. But we're about to hit the grand finale, ladies and gentlemen. This dream coming up, and maybe in a few dreams for now. Let me see which journal it's in. I mean, I have it memorized because it was so in depth, in detail. This dream, like, I literally had this dream several days in a row, and no, the person it's about is very controversial, let me just say that. A lot of haters he has, but this was before the controversy, so this was, hang on. Okay, yes. ASMR. Okay, yeah, I'm obsessed with ASMR. It's, like, actually a huge problem. So weird. Okay. You ready? Keep in mind, I don't really watch this person, so... it actually took me a few days to even think of his name, so okay. Dream last night. This is March 9th of 2024. 2025. Sorry. So this was 6 months ago. Had a dream last night. I met Matt Rife in my dream at the store shopping for candles. The first few looked good, but smelled like poop. S-H-I-T, but you know, have to censor it. The last one was a candle he liked that physically looked like poop, but his assistant handed it to me to try. It smelled amazing. His assistant was trying to help him find a girl to date. Like, this is literally a cheesy Disney Channel rom-com. He's trying to, you know, just excel his career, appeal to the masses by dating someone, I guess, in my dream. The first few people they tried to find were bimbos, but beautiful. He didn't like them. After he saw my reaction to the candle, he liked me. Okay, so I made a joke in my dream. I obviously didn't write down all, oh my gosh. This is literally, it goes on for days. So I'm going to add this in my dream. When I walk in, the assistant and him and his boyfriend. So the girl assistant, his friend that's a boy, and him are there. They're all talking about how they gotta find a girl. He's like wants to stop. You know, a typical cheesy movie. Keep in mind, like I said, I don't watch Matt Rife. Like, I hadn't watched, obviously, any social media for, like, almost a year, because I was in rehab. So, yeah, anyways. So, in my dream, they're all talking about that, blah, blah, blah. I come up, and I'm like, what the heck? These candles smell terrible. I made a joke. This is why I'm not a comedian, okay? I made a joke. Okay, in my dream, I made a joke that, okay, so it smelled like shit, blah, blah, blah. And then when I was setting it down, the candle broke. And they were like, oh, this is like $200. I said, I'm not paying for that. That's overpriced, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, we're going to call the police then, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, why does that literally look like crap, but smell good? Like, what is this place? And they're like, oh, it's designer candles, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so in my dream, he ends up paying for it, and then invites me to a pool party later. Okay, that's where it goes. I didn't add all this in the details, but I have it memorized because this literally, I dreamt this several days in a row. And yeah, it was like so vivid. It was actually kind of weird because I'm like not into him like that, you know? Like, I've seen like a couple of clips here and there, but I went to the pool party and eventually we kissed. I refused to sleep with him, which he wasn't used to. I'm not like other girls. After talking late into the night, he invited me on tour with him. Would pay my rent for me while I was gone, buy me a new wardrobe. He gave me his hoodie to wear when I was cold. That night, he took me back so I could ask permission to go, and he was surprised where I lived. When I asked permission, they obviously didn't believe that I was with a celebrity, because, okay, so I was still at the sober living house. I just had to go back and ask if I could go on freaking tour with this comedian. They were like, so yeah, I had to go ask. They're like, you're making stuff up. Everyone in the house freaked out when they saw him and asked for pictures and said I could go. His assistant helped me get some clothes. When I went to his show the next night, he said I looked hot. The tour bus didn't have an extra bed, so he said I could sleep with him. I don't even know if comedians, like, go in a tour bus. No sleeping together, and then I said, sorry if that makes me too Mormon. He laughed, said he understood, and just wanted to cuddle and kiss. I don't think this is realistic at all. I think, you know, after the events that have unfolded today, and you know, I'm probably going to delete this later because this is very embarrassing. Like, this is cringe to even post on the internet. But I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways because whatever. You know, sometimes it's just funny to embarrass yourself. Cuddle and kiss. He said I was the first girl to make him laugh that hard. Oh, and then I wrote, side note, his face was stuck in my head for days, but I couldn't remember his name. Literally, I didn't even remember his name. That's crazy. And this was March 9th. Lo and behold, 6 months later, he's freaking everywhere trying to be the name brand for Elf. And, no. And then talking about how women, blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, that is my most embarrassing dreams. That is not a fan fiction. I have a lot more dreams on my phone. Yeah, that's just some of my dreams I've had that are kind of embarrassing. And one very vivid that could honestly be made into a movie. Like, I have several different ideas. Do I think, I mean, maybe, you know. Like, I even have a backstory for the character. Is it my backstory? No. But there was another dream that I had about a tragic story for the main character, the girl. One of these nights, I had a dream that they were waking me up for my birthday. We were all gonna go to the lake. I had two sisters, so this is not me, right? This is the heroine of the Matt Rife story. They're all getting in a car, blah, blah, blah. Big sister, I'm the middle, or the main character's the middle, and then you got a little sister. We're going to celebrate middle sister's 18th, going to the lake, blah, blah, blah. Older sister is about to graduate college. I'm about to go to college, and the little sister is about to start her senior year. Lo and behold, we're driving over a bridge. Get whipped up by a freaking tornado. Go into the lake. Everyone drowns except for the middle child. She survives tragedy. Every year since then, she doesn't celebrate her birthday until her friend makes her that year, and that's when she meets Matt Rife. The younger sister was recording her on her birthday, like, hey. It was actually really sad. Like, what the heck? Anyways, so yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you like this. I think I'm gonna make, so, like, I'm working on it. Obviously, you see behind me, I have a bag hung up on my wall now. I organize my room, so I'm gonna work on editing that video. And yeah, I'm gonna have more thrifting videos coming up and more stuff like that. For now, I just wanted to make something, say hi, welcome anyone that's new. But yeah, if you like this, literally hit that like button so I know you like it. Comment down below if you think it's cringe or any kind of weird dreams you've had. And subscribe if you want to, you know, hear my embarrassing stories or, you know, follow my crazy life, because, you know, maybe you, yeah, join the madness, you know? Remember, guys, I'm gonna go, but remember, dream without fear.